Hi everyone, Christie Makela here with Thriving on a Budget. Today I'm going to show you how to use the envelope system to pay with cash and stick to your budget. So on my previous video I showed you how to do a budget, a monthly budget, and I told you that I wrote it down on a piece of paper and I also track it in my Every Dollar app, which is a free budgeting app. It's Dave Ramsey's app and it's called Every Dollar and it's free. So I have mine pulled up here. So I track my expenses that way. I also use my envelope system to pay with cash when I can. So I'm going to show you how I do both of those things. So I have two envelopes for groceries. I know it's backwards, sorry guys. And then for gas. Now I don't put cash in these anymore. I just use my card because I'm able to track it in this easily now. When I didn't have this and I just was using this, I used cash. But more times than not, I am paying with my card at the pump, so I don't actually have to go in. And then for groceries, I am doing grocery pickup, so I have to use my card to pay online. So I don't need to put cash in these envelopes anymore. I just track it right here. So what I did is I just got gas right now, right before I went to the bank and grabbed some cash so I can do this video for you guys. Plus, I needed to get my cash for August. Since that's going to be in just a few days from now. So I also stopped and got gas because I was on empty. So I put $30 in and I got a receipt so that I can remember to track it as soon as I get home, or I can just input it right then and there. So I got the receipt and I'm going to just scroll down and then I can see right here where it says transportation and I have gas 1 and gas 2. I've allowed myself $60 for gas for the first 2 weeks of August and then $60 for gas for the second 2 weeks of August. So I'm going to go under gas number 1. That just means that goes with paycheck number 1 because I get paid twice a month. So I click on it. It shows like this. And then I'm just going to put the little add button down there. And I'm going to type in $30 because that's what I just spent on gas. And I can type in the merchant if I want. I got gas at Jubilee. I don't need to do that because it was gas and I'm just going to leave it there. And now it shows me that my remaining is $30. So in the next 2 weeks, I have $30 more for gas. And I'm going to press done, and it deducts it from my total overall budget and all my money that is keeping track in here. So I'm done with this receipt because it's already been logged, and I'm good to go on that. I did just go to the bank, and I grabbed some cash for my cash envelopes. Some of the envelopes that I use, which you may or may not, I use miscellaneous. And again, I know it's backwards, sorry. Miscellaneous, I do my offering, and I do a sinking fund for Christmas, a sinking fund for a future baby. I don't have a baby, I'm not even pregnant, but I have a fund for the baby because we know that we eventually want to have a baby in the near future, so we want to start saving for that now. And then I am trying to purchase a new to me car, so I have a car envelope. And then I also, and I just got these ones on Amazon. If you just go on Amazon, well, these ones. If you just go on Amazon and type in money envelope system, a bunch of things will pop up. And there's some, $6, $7, $12. I think the set that I got was $12. And it comes with the labels to put your categories on. And it comes with these sheets, which I'm going to get to in a minute. And they're double-sided. And I got that for about $12 on Amazon. You can also use these ones, which are Dave Ramsey ones. And his, you can purchase, I'm not sure how much it costs because my mom gave me this one. It says envelope system, financial peace, university, and it explains the envelope system on the front there. And you have your envelopes in here. And your categories, you can name whatever category you want, and it just opens up and you put it inside and you're going to track it right on here. That's what this is for these ones that I got. It just tracks it for you. Well, you have to do it. And then it also shows you an example of how to do it on this sample page. So, multiple ways you can use an envelope system. You can also just grab some envelopes that are white envelopes that you use to mail a letter. It doesn't have to be fancy. You can even get a piece of printer paper and fold it in half and tape or staple the sides and write right on the envelope. It doesn't have to be fancy. It's just a way to keep track of your money. So if you're on a really tight budget, just make your own envelopes at home. If you want to spend, $12 of your miscellaneous money and want to buy some of these on Amazon, go for it. But like I said, you don't have to spend money to do this. You can just make your own envelopes at home. You might have a box of envelopes, just regular white ones at home. Use those. Okay, we don't need to get fancy and break the bank to try to budget. That doesn't make any sense. So I'm going to show you how I actually fill these. So put that aside. So I just went to the bank and I grabbed some cash right now. And when I go in, I also I like to not just say I need $200. I like to ask for exactly what I need. So I asked for $192 in cash, and I showed them that I wanted 2 ones, 4 5s, 4 10s, 4 20s, and 150. That way I can stuff my envelopes the way I want to stuff them. It's my money in the account, so I am allowed to ask for whatever bills I want to ask for, and it just helps me track a little bit better. And if I needed to pull from one of these envelopes for something, they're not all huge bills. I can pull out a 5 if I absolutely needed it. Let's say I was short on gas and I really needed, let's say next week I put $30 more and then I'm out and I still have 3 more days left in the week. I could pull a 10 if I needed to out of the Christmas fund. Okay, and I'll show you how I deduct that in a minute. But that's why I like to get a little bit smaller bills for some of them that I know if I needed to pull something, I'm not having to pull a $100 bill out or something like that. So that's what I needed. I'm going to start stuffing my envelopes. This one, the car one, I don't put anything in here because I'm saving it in a savings account. But what I do is I have one of these sheets and I wrote down at the top the date and how much I have in savings for my car fund already. And then every time at the end of the month when I throw more in there from what I've saved for that month, I will just add it onto this with a plus sign and add to my total, and I'll know exactly how much. I mean, I check my mobile account like every day, but I also will know, and it's just kind of cool to see it written down, how close I am to my goal for my car. My goal for my car, for my savings, I'm trying to save about $15,000 so that I can get a new to me SUV. So that is that one. Again, nothing goes in there as far as cash, but I do have the tracking sheet in there. It just reminds me that that's my goal. That's what I'm going for. When it's out of sight, out of mind, it's a little harder to reach goals. So I like to just keep it right in front of me, and I know that's what I'm saving for. And I know I don't ever want to dip into my savings for things that I don't really need. I know that it's going for my car. So I'll set that aside. And then for my offering, I am going to put $10 in here. I'm going to put 2 5s is what I accounted for. And what I do is I'm just going to, this one I don't actually track on the sheet because I know I'm going to give the full $10 at church. So I just put it in this envelope to hold it so I know it's assigned to offering. And then I take it out at church and I give it. So I don't need to track it. I know I'm giving all of it to church. So $10, I just put $10 in there. Cash, 2 5s, and then I will put that aside. And I don't carry all of these envelopes in my wallet with me. I don't carry around a bunch of cash just in my wallet all the time. This one stays home, and then, when I go to church on Sunday, I grab my envelope and I'm good to go. I don't need it in my purse all week long. So that one's done. I do have a Christmas sinking fund, which I have $50 in there right now. I just started this one in July. I didn't talk about sinking funds in the budget, but what you use sinking funds are, your sinking funds are for things that are coming up that you know that are going to happen and you know that you need extra money for. So every month you're setting aside a little bit to save for whatever event is coming up. So if you know your kid's birthday party is coming up in 6 months, well, write a line on your budget and assign however much you're going to throw in each month to save so you'll reach your goal within that 6 months. So I'm saving for Christmas presents for my nieces and nephews and my husband and my dogs, for family and friends. And I'm just starting to save now. So when Christmas comes, it's not, oh my gosh, I have to spend all of my money that I'm going to put and save towards my car for the month of December. That's all going to go towards Christmas. No, it's not, because Christmas is not going on a credit card, because Christmas is not an emergency. We know Christmas is coming on December 25th every year. So I'm going to save now, so when it's time to start doing Christmas shopping, I can just go straight to my envelope and I have the money to spend on gifts without feeling like I'm spending, my whole paycheck on Christmas stuff. I have already started saving. So I have $50 in here already. So there's my sinking fund for Christmas. I'm going to add $50 more, so my balance is now going to be $100. So I'm just going to write that in real quick. Today is the 30th. And I'm going to deposit. There's a line for payment and there's a line for deposit. So if I were to take something out of this envelope because I had emergency come up and I absolutely had to take something out of here, then I could also put a line. I could also show how much I deducted and then take it away from my balance. But right now I'm only putting it in. So I'm going to put $50 in. And now I have a balance of $100. So it's the end of July and I have $100 saved for Christmas. I don't have kids yet, besides my dogs, but I don't have kids yet, so I don't need a huge sinking fund for Christmas, so I'm good. If I had kids, I'd probably save more than that amount, but that's what my situation is right now. So right now I have $100 in the Christmas sinking fund, and it is good to go. Gotta put the cash in there. I wrote it down, and then I'm going to grab from my cash pile, and I was going to put 2 20s and a 10 in there. So I've got $50 and it's going into the Christmas fund, Christmas sinking fund. $100 for Christmas. Set that aside. And then I'm going to do baby sinking fund. No, I don't have a baby, but we're planning to eventually have a child in the near future. So I want to be able to have money for any baby-related items. So we are already starting to save for that. So again, I started this last month. So I had, beginning of this month, technically, July. July 2nd, I put $50 in. So today is the 30th, and I am putting $50 more in. So now we have $100 for this future baby that we don't have yet, but we have $100 for the baby. So I'm going to put a 50 in there. I put a larger bill just because I want to try not to take from this envelope at all. So, and again, I'm not running around town with a baby sinking fund envelope in my wallet. Okay, I don't need to keep that on me. So I'll set that aside. And then I took out some cash for the month of August on my budget line. I put my dad's birthday. So I'm going to take the cash out that I assigned for his birthday, and I'm just going to set that aside. I also took out 2 ones because I knew I needed to get a card. So I just went and got some cards. I found them for 50 cents. So I got 4 cards, and I spent the $2. And because I have my mom's birthday coming up, we have a wedding coming up. So I purchased 4 cards that I know that I'm going to need for the month of August and 1 for September. And I got them for $2, and then I had 12 cents tax. I had 12 cents in my wallet, So I spent those $2 already, but those 2 on the 1 line, there it is, that was supposed to go also with the budgeted money that I assigned for my dad's birthday. So I put his money aside. I already purchased the card for 50 cents. And I got 4 cards for $2. So that money can just go straight into his card and it is ready to go. And it's not going to go in any of my envelopes because it's going in the birthday card. And then I have my miscellaneous left. So I got to increase my miscellaneous this month now that I'm out of debt. So I am giving myself $100 for the first 2 weeks of August. And what I did, since some places I use my card to purchase something for miscellaneous. For example, if I want to purchase something off of Amazon, I cannot pay cash for it. I have to have money in my account. Or if I want to go get a smoothie at my favorite smoothie place, right now they're not taking cash, they're only taking card. So what I did is I took out $50 for my miscellaneous, and the other $50 is still in my account. So on my Every Dollar app, I'm just going to log that I spent $50 already out of my account because this $50 has already been pulled out of my account. I still have it to spend, but it's in cash. But that way my Every Dollar app knows that I have $50 left in my account for miscellaneous, and anytime I can spend cash, I will. Otherwise, if I'm going to go, like I said, to a place that's only taking a card, or I'm shopping online for something, I know that I have $50 in there, and I'm going to log it on my EveryDollar app as soon as I spend it. So that's the way I've been doing it. So 20, 30, 40, 45, 50. The 50 is going to go into my miscellaneous, and it is. And I need to track it on my card, and my miscellaneous is empty right now. It's the end of the previous 2 weeks, and I've already spent that. So this will be for the first 2 weeks of August. 50 cash, and I have the 50 in my account that I will track on my EveryDollar app. So I'll put that in the envelope. Got the cash in there. Now this is one that I do carry in my wallet with me because if I'm somewhere and I want to purchase something, I need this cash. Notice I don't have $500 in here. I only have $50. So I'm going to, I have previous ones on here. So you can see this line here, this column, those were purchases. So I deducted money out of here. So if it's a blank line in the middle, then that means I put something in. So right now I'm going to put something in. Today's the 30th. And I am putting $50 in here. So I'm going to say cash, 50, balance, 50. Okay, so there's my new balance, 50. So now if I go to the smoothie place and I spend $4 on a smoothie, I'm going to write the name of the smoothie place minus $4 and then my new total, which is $46. And then I should have $46 of cash in my envelope. And that way, when I can see the cash, Dave Ramsey suggests, teaches the envelope cash system because you can actually see your money in here. If I'm at a store and I want to purchase something and I see this is the money I have, this is all I have, okay, I'm going to think twice before I throw extra things in the cart because this is all I have for 2 weeks. So it really makes you feel the pain of you spending your money because it's actually in your hand. It's not just a piece of plastic you're swiping that you're like, oh, I don't know how much, whatever. I don't know how much is still in the account. You know exactly how much is in there. And you know exactly how much you have left to spend. Okay, so if you're down to your last $5, you know, is that bag of chips at the gas station worth that last $5 to you? So I like to think of it that way. So I have $50 in here. And then what I'm going to do on my, this one gets to stay in my wallet. I'm going to go to my EveryDollar app and I'm going to scroll down to miscellaneous. And there you are, miscellaneous 1 because it's the first paycheck of the month, not the second. And like I said, I gave myself $100. So I'm going to log $50. And on the merchant line, I'm going to put cash envelope. That way I know I put that into my cash envelope. Cash in envelope. So it's logged. I know it's cash in envelope. So I know that this money is no longer in my checking account, but I know that I still have it in here. So I'm going to save that. And I have $50 remaining on miscellaneous 1. Done. And that's how I can keep track of that. And like I said, I just got my dad's gift, so I'm going to go onto that line that I accounted for in my budget. And I'm going to log that amount. And done. So I know that that money is no longer in my account either. That's all the cash there. And I do have extra envelopes and things like that, and extra tracking sheets if I have something new that pops up. If I have another sinking fund I want to do, I'll just grab one of these envelopes and I will set it up and go from there. So like I said, sinking funds are for things that you know that are going to happen, that you want to start saving a little bit, little by little, so when you get there, you have a nice chunk and it's not overwhelming to your budget in that particular month that you're in that you need that money for. Now, yes, emergencies happen. That's why you're supposed to have $1,000 in your emergency fund for emergencies that happen. But sinking funds are different. You know that those things are coming, so you're saving for them. We know Christmas is coming. I know my husband's birthday is coming in April. I know when our anniversary is. Those are not surprises. I can start saving for that now. Okay, so if you save for a whole year before, you can save a little bit each month. If you start with 6 months, whatever the case may be, you know that you have a goal in mind. And like I said, for my car sinking fund, I know I want about $15,000 saved for my car before I go car shopping. So I know that I need to save a large chunk if I want a car sooner. And if I want to wait for a car, then I can do smaller chunks. I want a car sooner, so I'm doing larger chunks. So that's how the money envelope systems work. I hope that this was helpful, and I hope that you guys will start today on your envelope system for the next month. All right. Have a good day, and thanks again for supporting and following Thriving on a Budget. Have a good day, guys.